we will soon be wholly dependent on American supplies of oil and gas. They will dictate terms and use energy as leverage, not just economically, but geopolitically too. And what do we know that they really want? Greenland.
A British news host just explained Trump's strategy better than anyone in American media, and he is terrified of what it means for Europe. Let's get into this video, and if you find this video to be insightful and you want to support the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into this, and I'll save my commentary for the end.
Here's the truth about this war that nobody wants to tell you. It isn't about toppling Iran's regime before you ask. It's about reshaping the global world order. And I think that's happening right now. And I want to tell you how Britain is staring down the barrel of a dark age we haven't seen for over 1,000 years. This all comes, of course, as President Trump says Tuesday will be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, all wrapped up in one in Iran if the key shipping lane in the Strait of Hormuz is not reopened. Of course, lots of expletives there we have blurred out for you. But this is bigger than a headline or a Truth Social post in this war, and the evidence is not actually being kept from us. We're just blind to seeing it because nobody's talking about it. America has made no secret of its new doctrine. It is stepping back from being the world's police and repositioning itself as a powerful, self-reliant fortress.
That is why President Trump has drawn a new strategic map from Greenland to the Gulf of America to the Panama Canal and its surrounding countries. At the Department of War, we call this strategic map the Greater North America.
Interesting stuff, isn't it? So what does America actually gain from this war before we get onto the Greater North America? Well, let's look at a map here, shall we? I'll bring this up for you. The Strait of Hormuz, you can see there, is one of the most critical energy choke points on this planet. It is also a whopping 45% of China's oil flowing through it. That is a lot of oil that China needs. But it isn't just Iran. Cast your minds back to January this year, where Trump effectively has now captured Venezuela and declared its oil is under their control. And if you have a look at this graph, who there in the red relies heavily on that oil? Well, it looks like China to me. Now consider the impeccable timing of all of this since January. America is right in the middle of a tariff and trade negotiation with the very stubborn and very powerful, might I add, Chinese government, who are not budging on Donald Trump's arrangements here. Well, look who's got the upper hand all of a sudden. It's America. They are now controlling the vast swathes of oil that China needs. That puts them in a very strong position going forward on these tariff agreements. And Europe is also getting hit hard a lot with this. With Russian energy totally off the table and domestic energy security weakened by this leftist obsession with net zero, Europe is becoming increasingly dependent on external oil supply and energy supply. And that puts America, again, in a very strong position because we will soon be wholly dependent on American supplies of oil and gas. They will dictate terms and use energy as leverage, not just economically, but geopolitically too. And what do we know that they really want? Greenland. They want Greenland. They've made that very clear and they didn't get it yet. So the longer this war drags on, the more dependent the world is becoming on the USA. And it's not accidental. What we're seeing is the emergence of what you heard from Pete Hegseth there, the Secretary of State for War, and described by Donald Trump as the Greater North America. It is stretching from Greenland down through the Panama Canal, securing the entire hemisphere as a self-sufficient economic and security zone for the United States of America. But guess who's not on there? Europe. We are not part of America's future plans as it withdraws from the world. And it isn't just a coincidence that the United Kingdom has been targeted the most by Trump and America of late. The UK is internationally renowned for its special relationship with America. Trump is signaling that that relationship is over, not just to us, but to everyone else around us. And frankly, Keir Starmer gave him ample reason to do so, of course. But also because Trump can now point to our allies and say, you all let us down. And in his own words, as he said, we won't forget it. It is the perfect reason for America to withdraw from the global stage. So no more global policing, no more endless foreign commitments, just a fortified, resource-rich power base that others have no choice but to rely on. That is the new America. And that brings us to Britain, because the consequences for us will be catastrophic. Right now, we are dangerously exposed. We have no energy security. We import around 60% of our food. We have no major industry. Our military is decimated, as we're hearing time and time again. And politically, we are deeply fractured now. Even culturally, we are crumbling at the seams, dominated by global political issues like Gaza, climate fanaticism, and movements like BLM that frankly have nothing to do with the state of play in Britain. The things that once united us, our faith and our national identity, are now pulling us apart due to years of left-wing globalism. Unless we act quickly and decisively, Britain risks entering a dark age as America retreats.
Right on,
one
mate.
we haven't seen
Right on.
for over
What in the
1,000
bloody
years.
hell's going on here? That's crazy. But Europe is singing right now. But you say you never turn on me. You lie to me. That's exactly what's happening. I mean, yeah, it makes sense because the American empire is declining. So this makes a lot of sense for them to retreat and just concentrate on their own backyard and Canada and Venezuela and all these, the Western hemisphere. And they need a lot of natural resources, rare earths. And where can you get this? In Greenland. So that's why, because now most of it, it's supplied. I think 70% of the world rare earth is from China, and China is your enemy. So, I mean, and you need these for military, and military depends on the rare earth a lot. So like these jets and missiles, all that comes from the rare earth. And so if you can't get it from China, then you have to get your own supply. So maybe you can find some in Canada, Greenland, and that's why Trump is trying to secure the Western hemisphere. So this is why make America great again. It's just like the empire is declining and it doesn't want to collapse. So it's just trying to stay in its atmosphere. That's like when you're a bully and you've been bullying the whole school, and then now there's too many other bullies and they take over, and then you decline, and then you just be in your little corner. Maybe you have like few people you bully, but that's it. You don't have the full control you did before. But this makes a lot of sense. I mean, right, good for this mate from GB News. Very good reporting, and definitely agree. But we'll see how this turns out. But we're living in messed up times right now. But hopefully nothing escalates. We are in a good time, but we don't want all these things that are coming to come, because it's not going to benefit anybody. Doesn't matter you're left, right, east, west, north. It's going to affect everybody. So yeah, but that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and if you find this video to be insightful, please don't forget to like and subscribe and support the channel. Thanks for watching.